Hi, my name is Joe Markman, owner-operator of the Lake Defense Group. Welcome to our first installment of Milfoil Mondays. This is where we dive in depth into an invasive species in your bodies of water. This is where we get a chance to take a step back, to really educate and learn about the plants that are in our ecosystem. This way we can effectively share our information and really develop community solutions to your local problems. So take a step back with me and let's take a look at what we have this week. The plant we're looking at this week is called the curly leaf pondweed. So, where does it grow? Curly leaf pondweed loves to grow between 3 and 15 feet of water. Again, everything does matter on how much light reaches the surface, but curly leaf pondweed really does like between 3 and 15 feet. You can find a little bit higher, you can find a little bit lower. The other thing that's different with this plant than other ones is it does like flowing water. It's very strong. Its root stem is thick and sturdy, so you can find it in some rivers, streams, and other places that might have more turbulence that other plants wouldn't live in. So, why is it noxious? Curly pondweed grows aggressively and it grows rampantly and it grows into these thick mats. These mats take up your fishing hole, your boating lanes, your use of dock, and basically anything to do with your aquatic summer activities, it's going to take up. But how does it do that? It grows in these thick mats, seen right here. And what these mats do is just take up the whole body of water. If your lake's small enough, it can create stagnant water leading to mosquitoes. It's really just a nuisance. You want to get it out. But the real problem with curly leaf pondweed is when it dies off at the end of summer. The majority of the plant dies. And now you have these thick, dense mats floating around, decaying. And when they're decaying, guess what happens? All of that's gonna end up either on your shoreline or at the bottom of your lake. And when that happens over time, the first year not much, but over 40, 50 years, you're gonna slowly lose feet of your bottom of your lake. And you don't want that. You wanna keep a nice, deep, clean lake. Also, when these mats decay, they release phosphorus into the body of water around it. And what likes phosphorus? Algae. So if you don't get these things cleaned up, it can actually turn into algae, and it's a big problem. So you want to get these things taken care of during the summer. It reproduces 3 ways: seeds, rhizomes, and turions. We all know what seeds are. That's the normal way plant reproduce. That's not that special. Rhizomes, when we get into wetland plants, this is definitely a little more special. So what is a rhizome? A rhizome is when the roots kind of grow together and they form this mesh, kind of like a sponge. Have you ever seen a sponge that's kind of similar to a rhizome, except each one of those things can actually reproduce the whole plant. So you pull the plant off, you still got the rhizome, you're still gonna have a plant. Picture of this right here. But the one that's really special for the curly leaf pondweed is called a turion. And what a turion is, it's a bud that produces during the summer, but has the properties that can survive through the winter. The term's called overwintering. And this is the thing why you really have to pull it during the summer, so these buds don't get a chance to form. Or if they do, they're all pulled out. Because what happens is, we talked about this part, but these mats form and they float to the side of the lake. Then they die, they decompose, and what's left is the turion. And in the spring, that's what flourishes back up, and that's what makes the plant next year. So, where is it located? So, natively, it's located in parts of Asia, Europe, Australia, and Northern Africa. So, literally almost every other continent except for North America. When was it found in Washington? So, it only was listed as a noxious species in Washington in 2005. That's not that long ago. It's in the grand scheme of things, that's pretty recent. And researchers think it came from the bottom of a boat. Idaho and Washington and Oregon, we share a lot of our boaters, and we share a lot of those plants too. That's why it's important to always check the bottom. And to summarize, we're gonna throw a picture of this ugly plant right up next to me. Again, it's the curly leaf pondweed. If you see it in your local body of water, please either let us know or let your local habitat biologist know. You wanna make sure that everyone knows it's there and that it can be taken care of appropriately. Again, this was a Milfoil Monday. My name is Joe Markman. We are the Lake Defense Group. Please have a great week and have a milfoil-free day.